FM. And now, broadcasting from the top of the skyscraper that is the Markham Hall on the Rogers State University campus in Claremore, it's Green Country's most exciting radio show, Free Association. And now, here is the Fort Smith Fireball, your champion of chicken, and your deluxe dueling DJ, Mark Lane.
It is Free Association on 91.3 FM. I'm Mark Lane. Welcome to the show. The request line, if you have a song you want to hear, is 918-343-7913. On today's show, we'll go ahead and we'll look at the headlines. I was in Dallas over the week, or Arlington, whatever they call it, to see the Cowboys play in their new gargantuan stadium. I'll talk about that experience, and we'll also tell jokes right here on Free Association. But for now, let's get to the true alternative music. Here's Data Rock with Amarillion on Free Association. Alright, that was Ange Jill by the Pie Tasters right here on Free Association. I'm Mark Lane, and I'll be joining you until 6 o'clock on this Wednesday evening. So, you know, if you have a request, 343-7913 is the number that you should dial, and I'll take care of it. The staff will take care of it. We'll get your song in the playlist, you know. So, I went to Dallas over the weekend, as I said, the Metroplex, to see the Cowboys take on the Falcons. And so it was my first time in the big new stadium. To me, the stadium, I know people, they want to talk about how bad it is, or, you know, because they like to employ the authority disorder bias a little too much, particularly commentators in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. But there were some problems with the stadium, notably the bureaucratized mess that it is. They had there's gates, there's like a fence outside of the stadium, and here's the thing: if they search you down, pad you down like you're going, you know, to the airport, and then you go through the gates, you show them the ticket, and if you dare go back outside of the gates, you can't get back in, even with the ticket that you bought. You have to go buy a whole new ticket again. So it's like the afterlife. You come to the pearly gates, and once you go past this point, you know, that's it. You can't go back. You know, I guess if you go out, you'd be reincarnated. I have no idea. So that's a little too cumbersome. Then then you have to walk around everywhere. And I don't mean because of the vastness. I mean because the way they have it structured, if you're in the 400 level, the cheap seats, you can only walk the circumference of the stadium in the cheap seats. You can't walk it in the other lower levels. You can't walk the circumference there unless you have tickets to that level, you know. So, but that's what I did. I went over the weekend, hung out with my blogger friends, my Dallas Cowboys blogger friends, and I had a good time. Well, I'll be talking more about that later on in the show, but don't go anywhere. If you don't like the story, you don't like the story. At least you'll like the true alternative music. Tell me a song that you have, 343-7913. Here's No Age with You're a Target, and you're my target audience, right here on Free Association. Alright, that was Connor Oberst with Big Black Nothing right here on Free Association, and it is true, there is nothing here for you in terms of the visual aspect. That is why you have to use your mind and use your ears. Then that way there will be a big colorful something right here on 91.3 FM. Before that we had No Age with You're a Target, and before that we had the Pie Tasters with Ange Jill. That's the name of the song. I thought it was a typo. You know, K.O. put in the music and then he hit a typo or something. That's the name of the song by the Pie Tasters right here on Free Association. And so, where was I when I was last? Oh yeah, I was talking about my trip to Dallas. So anyway, once we get to the stadium there in Arlington, which is across the street from any down. Let's say you're going down 66 in Claremore, all right, out to some of the mega capitalist stores, you know, out there on 66 towards Verdigris. That's exactly what it looked like On the one side you saw stores like that. Then on the right side of the street you saw this big stadium like on Independence Day. So anyway, we're going inside the stadium, my friends and I. And one of my friends, a 60-year-old guy from China who's a venture capitalist, that kind of thing. He comes to see the Cowboys once a year with us. We'll call him Wayne. This guy had knee surgery 2 months ago, and the doctors told him, no, you better not go, don't do it. And he said, I'm going anyway. And then on top of that, he has some vacation property, or he's going to do a timeshare with somebody with an island off the coast of Belize. It takes you 2 hours of a boat ride to go out to the island to see a bunch of iguanas and saltwater crocodiles. All right, they'll turn it into a diving resort. Okay, that's how it is. Anyway, when Wayne jumps out of the boat, he gets the foot, he jumps and hits a rock with the foot, and so then the foot's all cut open and everything, and he might have plantar fasciitis, which is, a crack on the heel bone. Why am I telling this to you, you ask? Because this guy had to walk all around that big, massive stadium as we were on a quest with another one of my friends to find the blue Mel Renfro jersey in the Dallas Cowboys Pro Shop. We talk to people, all right, how do we get to the Pro Shop? Well, you got to go up these escalators and go down the escalator, put the token in the side of the fish and let the fish swim across the fountain to the other side where you catch it, and you take the coin out and put it in the vending machine and buy a soft drink and drink it because it has the magical formula, which will tell you exactly where the stadium, the pro shop is after walking the circumference of the stadium. So it was a big ordeal. Poor old Wayne. He lost his sunglasses in the process. He was just having a real bad weekend in general, and I told him it has to balance out, and it did balance out. 37-21 Cowboys. So there it is on free association, and don't think I just use this as a platform to talk about esoteric nothings. I talk about universal somethings, requests. 918-343-7913 is the request line. Pixies is coming up with Where Is My Mind, backed by The Used with Paralyzed. Those are the 2 requests coming up after the break. You're listening to Free Association on 91.3 FM. Alright, that was Dub Trio with Drive By Dub right here on Free Association. I'm Mark Lane, and we've had a pretty good an hour and 40 minutes here on 91.3 FM. And if you have requests, let me know about it at 343-7913. All right, you know how I am. I'm pretty much I try to act like I don't know why. I do seem to act like an old person. Why is this, yes? I don't know why it is, but I think it's actually because I'm timeless. I think that I'm a timeless person. I see things the way they are. And you've heard me rail against text messaging, and I don't know, have I ever talked about the MP3 players that the kids walk around with these days? Well, I know I've said it to my friends. I've said, you know what I think these MP3 players are. This is what they are. They walk around with them, and it's just basically a statement. Pay attention to me, ignoring you. And then they put the MP3 player in the ears. So, well, I was walking through the mall wearing one of these because, I don't know, what I was listening to was interesting. And I got to tell you, I actually I got on the other side of the perspective, and I actually like the MP3 player when you're listening to it in a crowd walking in a mall, because then it's as though you're in your own little world and you don't have to engage with anybody, and you don't hear what they're saying at all. Another cool trick is to wear sunglasses too. Then that way you're seeing the world, but like through a duck blind, and then you can also not engage with people. MP3 players and sunglasses, great ways to be a participatory recluse. Oh, here's Prescription Bandits, or is it RX Bandits, with My Lonesome Cowboy. Or no, My Lonesome Only Friend, right here on Free Association. 91.3.